Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Morning Briefing. It is great to be here with you. All I can say is it is absolutely gorgeous here this lovely Wednesday morning. It is beautiful. I mean, there's no wind at all. Yesterday it was breezy, no wind, and you can see those flat, calm seas with Catalina Island in the background. Saw some dolphin playing out there and feeding. It is absolutely gorgeous. We've got bluefin tuna to talk about. We've got our trip leaving tonight on the Endeavor. I'll get you tuned up on that. We had a great show last night with Sam De La Torre down at Island Fishing Tackle, another edition of Tackle Shop Confessions, where we talk about the current bite and the exact tackle you'll need to be successful, as well as take a steady flow of questions for almost 3 hours. Speaking of last night, got to thank all the people who tuned in, starting to push up to almost 1,000 views already on that show. It will exceed that really quickly here. Once again, Sam offered a great deal last night, 25% off until Saturday of any trolling lure in the place. That includes Mad Max and everything else at Island Fishing Tackle, if you know the secret word from last night: chicken wings. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that. It was supposed to only be on the show, but chicken wings. Go down to Sam's place, mention that to him, and you will get an absolutely 25% discount off any trolling lure in the shop. And we've got to thank all the great people who sent food down to Sam and I. We mentioned we were hungry on the show last night, and man, I'll tell you, it was fantastic. Travis, thanks for the great burgers and fries. They were absolutely delicious. And of course, Chuck, who was there with his son Charlie, Chuck Zimmer, the president of the Redondo Rod and Gun Club. He brought a bunch of chicken wings. And again, they have a surf fishing tournament May 20th and 21st. I'll be talking more about that a little bit later on in the show, so please don't miss that. We had some delicious desserts in addition to that, and Isaac sent 2 of the best pizzas you could ever imagine down last night. Thanks to all of you. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. All right, you know what time it is, everybody. It is time for a beautiful morning, a sip of coffee, and the morning briefing. Oh, my coffee is hot this morning because it really is absolutely gorgeous, man. You might see a dolphin jump out of the water or something like that. A perfect morning for surf fishing. That surf fishing tournament will be on May 20th and 21st. You can fish anywhere you want as long as you check in at one of the check-in stations, and that'll be Big Fish Bait and Tackle right down the street here in the city of Seal Beach, or Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, or the Redondo Rod and Gun Club, or what's the other one? I know there's another one. I'll think of it here in a moment. But definitely Big Fish Bait and Tackle, Carson Island Fishing Tackle, and also over there at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club. And you can get all of that information by going to www.redondorodandgunclub.com, and you can pick up all that info. Also, there's going to be flyers starting today at Big Fish Bait and Tackle, Island Fishing Tackle. You can go pick those up and join us because it is going to be a lot of fun. It's only $20 to get in. There's a big banquet at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club on Sunday. I'll be there. It'll be great. Fish tacos. It's going to be a real celebration. So let's do it. All right. Good marlin fishing down in Cabo San Lucas. Our good friend Sean Morgan, who runs the Wild and Sack, provided us with this photo. Nice marlin, good fishing going on down there. You want to join Sean, there's his phone number. Give him a call. He runs a great, beautiful rig down there, and he's a very fishy guy. He ran boats here in SoCal for decades, so you might want to do that. Our friend Tim Marquez continues great fishing down in Laredo. His first day on a ponga down there out of Loreto, had 10 yellows. He had 6 of them. Nice grade, beautiful fishing, gorgeous weather. Laredo, Baja California Sur, one of my favorite Baja destinations. It maintains, Laredo that is, the sense of a small Mexican town still, and I love that feel. It's a great place. Hopefully you'll be able to get in on that. All right, our bluefin tuna fishing. We can talk Ensenada, we can talk San Diego. It is just off the bite. No question about it. I don't know if they're in a funk. I don't know if it's just cooler water. Who knows with bluefin tuna? You know, they're fickle. They don't bite sometimes, and we're definitely into that kind of a situation right now. Still seeing fish. It's still around. Could be this cooler water, but they were biting in the cooler water. Maybe it's the moon phase. Once again, It's pure speculation about why they're not biting. I can tell you this, however, it will get back on the program, and maybe it'll be this morning. Maybe there was a night bite I didn't hear about last night. It's going to get rocking and rolling again here very, very soon. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Polaris Supreme 2-day trip, 17 bluefin tuna, a lot of scores like that or below that. That's the kind of stuff that we were seeing. On the day trip, it's the boats that leave in the morning and come back later in the very same day. Those are really fun trips, and they've had some excellent fishing here recently. Slower on the bluefin tuna, no question about it, but a lot of really big, beautiful bonito. I mean, like 8 to 15, 16 pound stuff. Gino Machino. Gino, good morning to you. He was out on the San Diego, just like our friend Jeff Yeomans was the other day. Got this photo with Booger, Captain Ryan Boston, and we mentioned last night on our live show, I'll mention it here again, what a great job they do on that rig. The San Diego is one fantastic rig, and I don't just mean the boat, I mean the crew. You can take newcomers out, they will tutor them. They're the kind of people when they see a newbie walk on the boat, they go, let me teach you, let me show you, and you'll have an absolute ball. So one fine rig, 50 bonita, 22 kind of smaller yellowtail. Bonita are bigger, man. They're really, really nice. And they did have 2 bluefin in the 80-pound class. So, man, a couple of nice big bluefin. And I can still remember a day where if you would have caught 2 bluefin tuna on a trip like that, that left in the morning, came back in the afternoon, you'd be jumping for joy and having so much fun. But now we've got the bar set so high, that's just kind of a down day. And really, it was a fun day, according to Gino Machino. So good stuff there, and hopefully that's going to continue. 3 rods still necessary, something to fly line with, like 25 to 30 pound rod. Number 2 circle hook works really good on that. Then a 50 to 60 pound outfit, that's going to be for throwing Daiwa Sakanas, like the 100-gram lures are working really, really well. And then at night, those Daiwa SK jigs, or if you get into a bigger bunch of fish on those day trips, you want to have something with 80, 100, 130 pound on it, 2-speed reel. At night, you're going to fish those SK jigs that are like, 200 to 300 grams. That seems to be just perfect right now. Off the bite, not biting that well. Hopefully it'll get with the program again here very, very soon. There's no better fleet in the world, and I have been privileged to fish around the world. There's no better fleet than the San Diego fleet. They are on their game. They are awesome fishermen. They'll get on it and make that stuff bite here pretty darn soon. Up and down our coast, there's been a lot of rockfish, a lot of halibut, some white sea bass. The Pride is out right now. Haven't heard from Sean Roberts yet, but he's coming back today, so we'll get a report from them and see how they did. Scott Buchert was on there, a really great kid, and it's his birthday. I call him a kid. He's 35 now. Can't believe I met Scott 20 years ago, something like that. I was talking to his dad about that, and his dad was saying, I brought him to the Fred Hall show and introduced him to you, and that started a lifelong friendship. So Scott is on the Pride. We'll get a report a little bit later today and see how they did. Good halibut fishing up and down our coast, out at the islands, that kind of thing. The Thunderbird is a go out of Davies Locker on Thursday evening, so you can go with Jeff Markland, who's one exceptional fisherman. I think, well, I shouldn't put any pressure on Jeff, but I think you can, count on good rock fishing. Sometimes they don't bite, or you get some wind or something. I'll talk about weather in a second also. But for the most part, it should be great rock fishing with a good shot, a good chance for some yellows. He had some big yellows the other day, went back, didn't bite the next day. It's inconsistent. There's also a chance for halibut, a chance for white sea bass. We'll see how that all plays out. The Amigo has a day-and-a-half trip this weekend. Chef Jason, who's preparing really gourmet food on his trips. In fact, he's on the Pride this morning. When they're coming back, he had to cook on the Pride, or wanted to cook on the Pride, or was privileged to cook on the Pride, however you want to put it. And he'll be on board that trip, so that should be a lot of fun also. So you definitely want to be tackled up any of these landings up even into the Channel Islands. I'll get into our trip here in a moment and talk weather with you also. But any one of these trips, you want to have reverse dropper loop kind of rig. If you're not sure how to tie it, talk to your deckhand. That's what you're going to fish halibut with. Big hook like a 5.0, Aki twist works great, and about a 4-ounce torpedo sinker. That's subject to change, depending on wind and current and all of that. Man, on a day like this, I just can't get enough of looking back there. You guys are lucky. You get to see that all during the report. It's gorgeous. But on a day like this, you're not going to need a whole lot. And then those orange or pink lead heads seem to be really, really good. 8/0 hook's fine. 5/0 hook's fine. I like a bigger hook myself. That's going to be good. Combine that with a live squid. A lot of the halibut has been on fin bait also. I'm talking about sardines for bait. So that is also an option available to you. But once again, you walk on the boat, talk to a crew member. They were there the day before. They saw what happened. They'll be able to counsel you. And I like fluorocarbon just about all the time. Yes, you can get bit on the mono. However, that fluoro is abrasion resistant, and it really makes a difference if you have a big fish like a bluefin or any other species gnawing at the line to get the hook down deep, and then they're gnawing on the line. And the fluoro gives you a much better chance. www.opsonusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. That will really help you. So up in the Channel Islands, we'll be on the Endeavor tonight. There is a $20 fuel surcharge tonight for all of you who are on board with us. So bring that along with you. And we're going to have breezy conditions upon departure tonight. Everybody's going to have that going on. And then it settles down to this during the daytime. So it should be good. Might get a little bit of rain, but a little bit of wind on the way out. But it's going to settle down and be a gorgeous day. They've been seeing a lot of sea bass up there, not biting that well. They've been catching quite a bit of halibut, and the rock fishing is spectacular. I know Anthony Amalfitano, who was on our show last night, he was chiming in with some questions. He wants to catch a big lingcod. Anthony, I'm going to be right there to film it if you do. So I'll be on board to film it. Our departure time, 10 p.m. Don't be there any later than 9. You don't have to worry about checking in or anything. Go right on the boat, and we'll take care of you on board there tonight. Should be a fun trip. Nobody fishes harder than Tucker McCombs at Ventura Sport Fishing on the Endeavor. And, of course, they have the Island Spirit and the California also running out of there. 805-676-3474. Their local boats have been doing really good on the whitefish, rockfish, and all of that, so you can get out with them. I was talking to a truck driver, excuse me. His name escapes me right now. He asked me to call him. He was in Utah, so I gave him a call, and he wanted to figure out where to go fishing. He really wanted it on our Endeavor trip, which sold out a while ago. And he's going to be on another boat. He didn't say which one. David Jimenez is his name. David, good morning to you, my friend. He's going to be on another boat. So, David, good luck. Hope you get him. Hope we get him. It should be a lot of fun. All right, so you're all covered there. Weather-wise, got to talk to you about that. Weather is good, as you can see. Going to get a little breezy tonight and then go really beautiful. And then the weekend, up and down, offshore, mostly a little bit up north, like Saturday into Sunday, Monday, it's going to get really breezy in some areas. We'll keep our eyes on it. It's a little bit of a long-range forecast, so I don't like to tell you, hey, it's going to be too breezy to go fishing, but keep that on the radar. Keep that in mind. All right, Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club Surf Fishing Tournament. We're highly involved in it. We'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's great prizes. There's a great banquet. You can get all that information at www.redondorodandgunclub.com or drop by Big Fish Bait and Tackle, Island Fishing Tackle, and pick up your flyers and be ready to rock and roll. That's going to be a fun time. You know, you can fish a little bit of the day, you can fish the whole day, or you can just come to the banquet. That's even more fun. That's going to be a really good time. And once again, we have a couple of charters on the Apollo that are almost all booked up now, but we have a 2-day trip leaving on May the 31st out of 22nd Street Landing. 2 days, come on. That's perfect prime time sea bass and yellows and halibut and God knows what else. Maybe the bluefin will be biting close and get a combo bluefin, rockfish, sea bass, halibut kind of trip. I know, I'm dreaming. So that goes May the 31st. And then September the 8th, we'll be out of Seaforth Sport Fishing on the beautiful Apollo. Also, you'd like to join us on that or a couple of our Amigo trips, which are almost sold out, just send me a text and I'll send you the list, 657-227-6459. All right, gorgeous weather. Can't get any lovelier than this. It's beautiful. Catalina Island in the background. Flat calm seas here. No wind. It's going to be really beautiful. Watch the weather, however. I made you aware of what's going on with that. And go to Island Fishing Tackle and scream out when you walk in there, chicken wings, and it'll be great. Hey, another shout out, Joel Lopez. Great meeting you yesterday down there at Island Fishing Tackle. And Tom, who's already going to join us in the surf fishing tournament. Tom, it was really nice to meet you. Thank you for sharing those photos of you catching all those great surffish a few years ago up there around the Channel Island area, Point Magoo area. You told me some really great stories about that. All right, my friends, have a great day. It's always good to spend time with you. I'll see you folks who are going to be on the Endeavor in a few more hours tonight. Departure time 10. Fuel surcharge is 20 bucks. Make sure you're tackled up. Be a little bumpy on the way out. And then we're going to be fishing hard on Thursday. All right, have a great day. Good to be with you. And I hope to see you really, really soon.